United, it's like this. Now, again, I'll come to you, Alan Hansen, first, for your thoughts on that 11.
Well, he hasn't played Giggs, obviously, the same reason that Joe Royle hasn't played Ferguson. Giggs hasn't played for 5 weeks. He can always throw him on and put him in the action. I think they're very, very strong down the middle. Schmeichel, Bruce Pallister, Bottins and Hughes. It's difficult to see if that team played really well that Everton could beat them. They've got quality right throughout the side. The two centre-backs are a major influence in the side, and Hughes up front, for me, you know, he always produces the goods when it gets tight.
Makes you wonder why I left him out last week.
Well,
it's a bizarre decision, and it was clearly a big mistake.
They certainly played better when he came on.
Well, they did.
West Ham you're talking about. Yeah.
Exactly,
yeah.
And it cost them the championship, or it could have done. I mean, it's hypothetical, but he's such a great player on the big occasion. He's not been in the best of form in recent weeks, which is probably the reason Ferguson left him out. But he'd want him in a game like today because he always rises to the occasion.
I think the goal in the semi-final last season sums it up. You know, if it's tight and they're in trouble, he's always going to give you something extra.
What do you think about this, Jimmy, about, you know, the fact that they just missed out on the championship and now they've got to come and, the phrase is, lift themselves again? Do you think that that's a problem for them, or are they so professional that it doesn't bother them and they get on with it?
Well, I think the key there is the manager. I think the one thing that they have as a club is a passion for winning. And I think if you're a player under Alex Ferguson, you don't slack. And I wouldn't like to have had half a bad first half and have Alex come into the dressing room at half-time and judge me. I tell you that. He is a winner. He's proved it throughout his career. And he'll be picking them up from last week's disappointment. And it's not just a matter of passion. There's an awful amount of talent in that side. But they're very strong defensively at the back, particularly in the air. And that's where Tottenham were demolished in a way in the semi-final. And I can't see them doing that to United today because of that great strength. We talk about the Giggs and the Inces and all the Hugheses, you know, and my favourite, McClare, which long-term haven't moved away from that.
I think the British public have spotted that one.
You would. So just, I'm declaring my hand before in case he gets taken off after 30 minutes.
You don't have to lift yourself.
But it is that passion that is going to be there from Manchester United.
This is the biggest game that these players will ever play in. Saying this much now. And on a one-off occasion, nothing beats this game.
Let's have a little forecast from you, starting with Gary. What do you think? Hunch time.
Well, I'm going to go for United. As a former Everton man, I've tipped them to lose every round, and I've had letters from Everton fans saying, whatever you do, don't pick Everton.
Imploring you.
I'll go for United.
It's an easy way out, that, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I'll take it.
It's the intelligent way out.
I think if United play well, they'll win. If Everton play the way they played in the semi-finals against Tottenham, they'll win. But if you put me on my neck on the line, I'll go for Manchester United.
But everybody expecting a tight one, Jim. We might not see 4 goals like last year.
I think your verdict earlier on this afternoon was perfect.
Go on.
A very close game with the help of you outside 1-0 to Manchester United. But I'm not saying that.
Did I say that?
Well, no, it wasn't you. It was David Fleet. It was David Fleet said it, but you sort of agreed with him,
we easily
didn't you?
confused?
You said, no. David Fleet said 1-0 United in a close game.
Close game, I agree.
Exactly. Well, it's nice when David Fleet and you agree. I mean, what can the rest of us do to argue about that?
Who are you going for then? Who are you going for, United?
I think a Lancashire team will win the cup.
Thanks a lot, Jim. We're paying a fortune for these kind of opinions. We hope we get a bit more sense at half-time, but there we are. Right, we're all set for this Littlewood Sponsors FA Cup final for 1995, and it's time to join our commentary